Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love is Blind Season 6, Episode 11. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Shout out to all the new subscribers. See, all y'all needed was a little nudge, just a little push in the right direction. We are this close to 50K. I'll probably cry, but it definitely won't be the first time that I've cried on this channel. So anyways, let's get into this episode. We see a very short conversation of AD learning what Matt potentially looks like in real life.
Matt and Clay are the most opposite
That's what I'm
guys.
saying. Does he really look like Clark Kent, though?
Yes. Yeah.
He looks like what?
Clark Kent.
Girl, can we focus, please? Do not fall for the caricature of someone over their character. You don't remember what happened in the pods? And I know that doesn't work because a caricature is an exaggeration, but guys, I'm just going for alliteration, okay? Do you not remember his character in the pods? The caricature should mean nothing to you. What he looks like should mean nothing. Let's go on to Trevor and Chelsea. They finally talk, and there isn't necessarily a shutting down of things. She's not really leaning into it all the way either. But throughout this whole conversation, the only thing I could focus on is you dirty, stinking liar, Trevor.
You're my type, and he knows that. It is what it is.
Thanks. Your decision doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't mean it was a wrong decision.
Jimmy and I
You
had a
have to say
conversation.
that to be a good person.
No,
I know.
no.
Going into the last day, I was one. Damn you.
I got everything I needed from you every single day.
Oh, I know.
I'm glad you kept the bracelet.
Yeah.
I have mine still.
Deep. You want to set it up?
Hi.
Okay?
Are you okay?
Come on.
This man is such a good actor. So good. So good. He's sitting in front of this girl playing in her face and she's eating it up. And apparently, somebody just sent me this probably like 30 minutes ago. Apparently, he was on Tinder and other dating apps talking to other women while in the relationship with the girl who exposed him for being in a relationship while being on the show. Like, Trevor, when does it end? Sir, when does it end? He is a menace to society, honey. He has given Bartice, Shake, and a whole host of other men a run for their money. So let's get into this conversation. Chelsea says she stalked Trevor, which is so weird to me because she had a problem with Jimmy seeing a picture of Jessica. Yet you admit to stalking this man? The double standards with Chelsea are just crazy. She's upset with the fact that Jimmy slept with one of his girlfriends one time when she's best friends with her ex-boyfriend, who I would assume they had a sexual relationship as well. Okay. Trevor wants to know if he would have been engaged right now if she went into the pods with him first. She's firm on her decision, which I did like. Why do they still have the bracelets? That's weird. It's okay for him to have the bracelet because we know that he's just vile. But for her to still have it and for them to joke, oh, let me tap it, to throw it out. Throw it out immediately. Does Jimmy know about this? Because she's out here, who are you texting all day? Who are you, whatever? How do I know that you're not tapping your bracelet all day long? Can't stand this girl. Oh my gosh. Again, her biggest crime is making me side with Jimmy. I almost forget all the issues that I had with Jimmy at the beginning because of Chelsea. So furthermore, they talk about their conflict resolution skills. And this is where I want to pose a question to you guys. They seem to believe that they would not be in a volatile relationship when it comes to conflict specifically. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Obviously, different people bring out a different side of you, right? So would she potentially be more at ease, be more comfortable, be less high strung if she felt secure with her connection? We understand that with Jimmy, she felt like she had to, work her way out of second place. But with Trevor, she was first, seemingly. Different kind of second place girl. She thought that she was first. So maybe she would have felt more secure being in a relationship with him, and maybe she would create less issues in that relationship. Or is this just who she is in general? Because even when Jimmy came by and he like gave her a kiss and Trevor was like, oh, I want a kiss too, and he gave him a kiss, I highly doubt that Jessica would have handled that situation the same way Jimmy did. He seemed unfazed to me, and I felt like that was big of you, because if it was your wife or your fiance, she would not have reacted that way. And apparently Jessica and Chelsea were friends throughout the process. I don't know. I don't know. The way that Chelsea is very insecure whenever Jessica's brought up, it's not giving friends, at least not genuine ones. So then Chelsea makes a joke saying that Amy and Johnny are the top couple. Jimmy didn't really like that.
Have you met our strongest couple right now?
Hey,
Oh,
you can't say they're the strongest
baby.
couple.
What do I
How do
say?
you think that makes me feel?
Baby. Baby, that.
Little ones.
Baby, yeah.
I know. If you're joking, then that's fine.
Don't be mad.
I'm mad. I'm just messing with you, I promise.
I was just being goofy.
I wonder what set Jimmy off. Maybe he was feeling on edge because both of their top picks are here and they are realizing they settled for their second option, but they don't want to talk about that. It's fine. It's fine. We don't have to harp on it because they're not going to talk about it, right? So yeah, I do wonder what kind of set him off. And I was also thinking, I hope he doesn't make it a thing, which in this conversation he didn't. And I'm also looking at Chelsea like, girl, you better not bring this up. You better not, because you have a history of comparing other couples and then being down on yourself because you feel like your couple doesn't measure up. And also, even though Amy and Johnny look very loved up, that is not an indication of where they're at. Not at all. Do not envy other people's relationships. You have no idea what they are dealing with behind closed doors. Jeremy and Laura have a conversation. This girl did not mess with him to the point where she didn't even want to sit in his vicinity.
And I said I wanted to try. I was 100% ready to try. And one of the first responses I get is, it sucks to know that your name changed from fiance to just Jeremy in my phone.
Pull the text up right now, because I'm fucking tired of you doing this bullshit where you take things and you flip it around.
I did come into this with the best intentions.
Well, I definitely don't fucking believe that. To fully commit to someone and protect their heart and protect them, you think you came in here with the maturity level you need to have a marriage? You think you were prepared to do that? No.
Can we at least just put it aside for today?
Why the fuck is that your concern? Go kick rocks with open-toed fucking shoes.
Flowers is not gonna mend my broken heart. Sorry, it's just not gonna do it. It's not. Your offense was one, being out late with another woman who you potentially would have been engaged with, lying to me about it, being very dismissive after the fact. There were so many offenses. Sending me flowers is not the way to mend things. Not at all. Not at all. And again, why didn't you tell because he was caught in a lie while she was questioning him. And then now he's caught in another lie because according to Sarah Ann and himself when he was talking to his mom, that isn't even how the story went. So you're still lying. Jeremy, let me read my notes, child. Even if Jeremy was actually single when applying to the show, it is clear that he was not in a space to nurture a relationship, which is what Laura is saying. I mean, unbeknownst to her with the history going on, he clearly was not emotionally ready to care for a person, to protect their feelings, to have the tough conversations, to face adversity, to have, adequate conflict resolution, to not lie at the very least. He just wasn't ready for that. Even if he was single, because that's debatable, when applying for the show, he was not in a headspace for a relationship, let alone a marriage. And to the people who were going to say he didn't apply, he was recruited, even if you get recruited from the show, it doesn't mean you're automatically on the show. You still have to go through the application process. It's just a little bit smoother because you already have somebody in your corner saying, hey, this person should be on the show. And it makes me wonder, what was the fiance going through? His first one. Interesting. She says that all this time he wasn't man enough for her. I cannot help but want to sing Toni Braxton. But that's where she starts to lose me a little bit because she says he was never man enough for her. Then why were you with him? Why were you with him? Furthermore, earlier she had said when he lied about where he was at, she knew he was going to be this kind of guy. Again, why did you then get with him? Like, that's the thing that I don't get, sister. If you knew he was going to be this mediocre kind of man, girl, why would you attach yourself to him? You don't want that. So then my mind goes back to the pods. Okay? If y'all see that, I'm going to put it in. The scene where Laura gets chosen over Sarah Ann, there was an essence of I won when it came to Laura. That makes me think, so how much of this was about being the victor over actually finding your person?
Uh-oh. It's you. All right. Honey. But that's good.
I mean, I was ready to leave today because I thought it was you. And deserve someone that wants you 1,000%.
If you don't think this smile gives I had a master plan the entire time, I don't know what to tell you. Guys, no, look at... Guys. I don't trust it.
Yeah. I'll have my moment.
So anyways, let's just move on. Sarah Ann and Alejandra are now in the mix. Miss Alejandra, poor thing, just a background character job, but it's okay. AD has a conversation with her. AD ate her up.
Asking a man that you know is fully engaged. My question is...
I didn't say is the door still open.
Okay, I read it.
It's the way that he tried to stumble around like, I just don't know.
Sarah, shut up.
I could read him. I knew. The way he said it, I mean, the way he broke up with me, right? I didn't want to be pick me, and I'm not going to convince...
Nobody wants to be a pick me.
I'm not going to convince a man to be with me. I didn't do what I know I should have done, which is, are you sure? He was like, I wish you maybe had have asked me that. He's like, because maybe it would have been different.
Shut up.
He told me that he's breaking everything off, and I was like, okay, correct.
You were under the impression that they were not engaged.
No.
So you knew they were engaged.
I knew they were
when you
engaged.
sent the DM.
Correct.
Really
well, you said you
wild.
think it's crazy, which is, I mean, you know, or wild.
So don't finish my sentence, or can I?
I feel like you are interrogating me, though, kind of, you know?
If you feel interrogated, that's on you, baby.
Two things. The passive aggressiveness made me cackle. Okay? Cackle. Second thing, AD now stands for 8 down. Because in this conversation, AD 8 down. Ooh, she had her good. Let's go through it, okay? Sarah Ann was obviously trying to stick her foot in a door that she believes was left open by Jeremy. Now that I don't fully know. When it comes to the DM, it seems like she sent it unprovoked. And even in the clip where they were still in the pods, she said she'll have her moment. I'm guessing that was her moment, okay? Because it was sent on Instagram, we actually don't know if there were messages before or after Sarah Ann's. If you have unsent a message on Instagram, there's no receipt of that. It's not like Snapchat. It's not like WhatsApp. It's not even like Apple, where it'll say this message has been unsent. So I don't know. He could have very well left that door blatantly open. But in this conversation, she says things like, nobody knows our relationship. And just the way that he spoke to me, I felt like there was still a chance. Sure, we don't know your relationship, but in those pods, didn't the man say that there was a more sexual connection with you than anything else? Girl, he sees you as an F-buddy. But you take pride in that. Oh. Okay, all right. Let's go further. She claims that she never crossed the line when Jeremy and her met up. He drove her home. He didn't come in the house. And she said, before I entertain you, you need to go and resolve things with your girl. The fact that you were even communicating with him before all of that happened just shows that you don't even believe that yourself. Okay? She was not under the belief that they were broken up. She knew they were still together and she entertained things. So, girl, we don't believe you, okay? Sarah Ann said that the truth would be revealed. She said this on social media, that the truth would be revealed. All I'm seeing is her further incriminating herself. Because, girl, what truth? What truth? Even if he had a plan to break up with Laura, you knew he was in an engagement. And as AD said, whether the engagement is good or not, it is not your place to step in. It is not your place to try and see, do you still have a chance? He is engaged. Good engagement, bad marriage for life. In the words of Will Smith, it does not matter. You're not involved. Leave yourself out of it, okay? Is that all I have? She says, if a man steps out, that's not my fault. Keep that same energy, honey, because the way you get him is the way you lose him. All right, moving on. As if Sarah Ann and Jeremy did not need any more ammo to fuel this weird ass relationship, because they're now basically public enemies number 1 and 2, they're bonding even further.
Everyone can literally go fuck themselves. I'm not gonna sit here and be treated like a piece of shit. And I'm not gonna be interrogated by women that should worry about their own goddamn relationship. If that swayed your opinion in any way, shape, or form, then you're in the wrong relationship in the first place. Did you think it was bad?
I didn't think it was bad.
Okay. I'm a realist. I was just as much a part of this as anybody fucking else.
100%.
And I had real feelings. I don't want to be painted out to be that person because I'm not that
You're
person.
not that person, and I know that.
And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry about that.
I don't think you should be sorry.
One thing I would love for Sarah Ann to do is to ask herself, if she was in the position of Laura, how would she feel if a Sarah Ann reacted the same way that she did? Because she's saying, you know, I'm a person too. I have feelings. It was never my intention. Whether or not it was your intention, which is very unbelievable that it wasn't your intention, the result is what it is now. So you want everybody to account for your feelings, but you are taking no account of Laura's feelings. Laura's heartbroken. And honestly, even though I feel my way about her, I really do feel for the girl. Because you can tell Laura has been hurt badly. The way that this girl has a stone wall up, stone, brick, mortar, everything. Like she's been hurt. And so to let somebody in, it seems like is a big task for her. And now that wall is even further up than it was before. However high it was, honey, double it. She's so snappy in this episode, and I want to be upset at her because I don't like her. But on an emotional level, I feel for her. This is hard. This is hard. An engagement just ended. And this man, Jeremy's talking about, girl, like, put it aside. Come on, there's people here. I'm in mourning. How dare you? How dare you? And then you're going to go talk with your little mistress and think I'm not going to feel a way about it. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do I have anything else here? She doesn't want to be painted as a home wrecker. Honestly, the best way to do that is maybe not wreck a home. That's my suggestion. I don't know what you think is the best way, but that would be my first advice to you. Yeah. We see a talking head of Laura. Oh, it was tough to watch, even for me.
He's the one that was supposed to protect my fucking heart. And he hasn't. He's the one that made a commitment to me. He's the one that got down on one fucking knee.
He never chose me. He never cut things off with her.
If I'm not going to get any sort of grace or any sort of understanding, what am I fighting for?
Truly, it is the responsibility of your fiance to guard and protect your heart, to nurture your relationship, to have, you as his first priority. And so for Jeremy to act the way that he did, it's just despicable, man. It's so sad. It's so sad. And then I go back to Laura and I'm just like, but girl, like, I don't know. It's so hard for me to empathize. No, I know. It's not hard for me to empathize. It's just hard for me to sit in that for a long time. Because I do empathize and then I think, she's always backbiting him though. Which is not just cause for him to do what he did. It just adds context, that's all. There are some dates that go on. Jimmy and Chelsea made an ice sculpture. Clay and AD painted some custom sneakers. Definitely stealing that idea. And then Johnny is still pushing back on this whole birth control thing. He's not a fan of the vasectomy, even though Miss Girl says she's okay with an oops baby. So the responsibility looks like it's gonna be on you.
Really have another conversation around like birth control or anything else like that.
We've like touched subtly on it.
Yeah. Either it's like a surgery for a vasectomy, which I didn't realize what that actually entailed. It's not as easily reversible as I thought it was. Like it is still reversible, but it's not like 100% of the time it always works. I thought it was a quick little, tying, put a bow on something and you're good to go.
I definitely am considering birth control. I just want to make sure that we, do it in a safe, and good way.
Safe way.
Yeah.
There's no way that these two have not brought up condoms, because the way that it's like, okay, either you get on birth control or you're gonna get the snip. Condoms. Like, they're available. 99.9, I think, % effective. which is about the same as any other method, to be honest, even with the vasectomy. What I know about a vasectomy is they cut off the, let me try to sound scientific here, even though I know what I'm about to say is wrong. Is it the vas deferens? See, I don't want to be wrong. I feel like it's a vas deferens or something like that, but I don't want to be wrong. Hold on, let me Google. Hey Siri. No, scratch that. Hey Siri. What is the process of a vasectomy?
Here's what I found.
Okay. So from Mayo Clinic, a vasectomy is a form of male birth control that cuts the supply of sperm to your semen. It's done by cutting and sealing the tubes that carry sperm. Vasectomy has a low risk of problems and can usually be performed in an outpatient setting. Okay, but what vein is it? Is it the vas deferens, guys? Which one is it? Which one is it? So I had to Google it again because I needed to make sure I got the vein right. I absolutely did. Absolutely did. Call me AD2, 8 down. It is the vas deferens. This is what happens when you take applied biology, okay? Okay? We're smart over here. That's probably the only thing I remember though, so don't ask me more questions. But at the very least, it's something that you can do since you're so opposed to the oops, baby. Either way, Amy comes around and she says, you know what, I've thought about it more. And even though I do have my conditions that make me weary about being on birth control, it's something that I will consider. I have to give a shout out to Love is Blind, honestly, because I've never thought about birth control more than through watching this season. And the copper wire apparently doesn't come with the hormones. It's just the copper. So she could do that one if she's worried about the hormones of it all. If that is her worry, the hormones. Because the IUD, the patch, the pill, all hormones. The copper, no. So there you go. But they've resolved this whole thing, so good for them. We can assume that they're getting married because that was the only roadblock. Yeah. Then they're doing the dress shopping and the suit shopping. Not gonna lie to you guys, not my favorite part. So most times I'm not paying attention. I'll insert some clips for the people who don't watch the show and just want to see what happened, but I'm not gonna have much commentary on it.
That looks like it was made for you.
Literally made for you.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
I love it.
If there was anything important during these scenes, I missed it. Definitely did. I will say I loved the moment between Amy and her mom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was so sweet. It was so sweet. Also, can we put this conversation to rest? Because some people have been in my comments saying that it's wrong to call Amy an immigrant because she's Puerto Rican. I wasn't saying she's an immigrant because she's Puerto Rican. I was saying she's an immigrant because her mom is from Spain. Now, some people were also saying Puerto Ricans are a mix of something, something, and Spanish people. I understand that. I get it. But me personally, I was born out of this country, which means that I am a first-generation immigrant. If I was born in this country, Canada, and my parents, one or both, are born outside, that would make me a second-generation immigrant, which is what I was trying to say about Amy. Her mom, if her mom is not from Spain, then fine. But if her mom is from Spain, y'all, please tell me, does that not make her a second-generation immigrant? I just want to know. I want to put that conversation to rest because I'm sick of tussling in the comments. Anyways, the episode ends with a few more dates. We have Clay, who takes AD on a rooftop date. We didn't get to see their conversation. Don't know why. It would have been nice, but okay. We also see Amy and Johnny, who have a campfire date, and then Jimmy and Chelsea go to an amusement park, by far the most at peace that I've seen this couple.
Some days it's hard for both of us.
Yeah.
Some days we like test each other, and today I feel really, really, really good.
I have no doubt in my mind that you're my person. Are we gonna get married? Because I haven't even got a grasp of where you're at.
I don't know why they're trying to make it seem like Chelsea's gonna get cold feet. If anybody's gonna get cold feet, it's It's Jimmy. Not Chelsea. But okay, I guess we'll wait and see who gets married. Let me know down below what your predictions are. Y'all know for me, I really just think it's going to be Amy and Johnny. Well, I guess it could be Jimmy and Chelsea too. It definitely should not be AD and Clay. Definitely should not be AD and Clay. Absolutely not. I know they said that they would entertain. I know she said she would possibly entertain still being together if they have a conversation after the wedding and they don't get married. But I think she should stick to the whole, I'm not trying to be a long-term fiance. If it's a no for me at the wedding, then it's just a no. I hope she sticks to her guns. Girl, don't be with this man. Don't be with this man. Maybe in about 2 years, 3 years. But as of the time of filming, girl, don't do it. Please don't do it. That's all I have for you guys today. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.